So guys, another Catholic priest has been abducted. And it's so bad that this kidnapping has become a daily trend, guys. And the government is not doing anything about it. Just yesterday, Tinubu showed off his Helios, new Helios and Homer bus for 2027 election. This is to tell you what the government prioritize. They don't care about you. If you're dying today or tomorrow, they don't care. All they are concerned is, the 2027 election. Who will be the president? That is what they prioritize. That is their priority. Amidst insecurity, Tinubu has already purchased how many Helios for the 2027 election, guys? I saw this comment and then it got me. Somebody said, if Nigerians are just 10 remaining, that Tinubu will still conduct the election and he will still rig it on top. Guys, this comment got me. Now, let me take you through some trending headlines making waves on the internet space. So this headline says, gunmen adopt Catholic priest Emmanuel Ezima from Zaria Diocese residence. Guys, and then this other one said, gunmen adopt French Nigerian lawyer on his way to Ekiti after call to bar ceremony. Guys, insecurity has turned to another thing. Insecurity has turned to a daily trend. Every blessed time, these bad guys are adopting or buying Nigerians. There's this tweet I saw. Very laughable, guys. That's to tell you that Nigeria is now a joke to these bad guys. Now, there's this tweet and it says, Herdsmen congratulates General Christopher Musa on his appointment as the new Minister of Defense. Guys, it has gotten to the extent that these herdsmen are now jubilating. What does this tell you? Guys, Nigeria is a joke, guys. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise. Now, let me take you through some reactions following this tweet. People are reacting saying that. So, it has gotten to the extent that these bad guys are now jubilating. Hope we are safe. This one, they are jubilating. Now, somebody said, Nigeria has officially become a national joke. And sadly, we handed ourselves that title. We have presented a country that negotiates with killers, pampers criminals, and begs terrorists to free the same citizens they adopted and murdered. They spill innocent blood, then we reward them with dialogue, money, and forgiveness. No consequences, no punishments, no justice, just endless appeasement. At this point, I don't even blame the criminals. I blame the Nigerian government for encouraging them with weakness. When a government treats terrorism like business, the terrorists will treat the government like customers. And today, kidnapping has become an industry because the state turned itself into their ATM machine. This is what this one is saying, guys. Another one said, laugh out loud. If someone should explain Nigeria for you, you won't understand. This is the same man that most of us were rooting for and happy when we saw one of his trending videos. Now, the Fulani terrorist and headsman is happy and congratulates him. Trust me, everyone's eyes is on this Minister of Defense. Now, take a look at this video where the rescued 24 girls, guys, the Kebbi State school girls that was adopted, an interview was conducted, guys. They said a lot of things. Take a look and I'll be right back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, drop your thoughts under the comment section. Take a look, guys.
Nigeria is facing a dangerous escalation in insecurity. In the last couple of weeks, gunmen have attacked and kidnapped hundreds of people, including school children and worshippers in northern Nigeria. Though some victims have been released, others remain in captivity. In the story, Just Nigeria's Wale Fakila examines what's fueling this surge in violence, who's been targeted and why. Wale also finds out how Nigeria's fragile security architecture is being tested in real time and the quality of government's response.
Is my only son, is my firstborn. Please help us.
Nigeria is living through another security shock. Schools, churches, classrooms emptied, and families scattered at alarming scale and speed.
They were being trafficked on foot, the way shepherds control their heads.
The questions are piling up.
There have been hues and cries, especially from the intelligence community over the years. I'm talking about 20, 30 years ago.
What began as targeted kidnappings in remote areas has widened into brazen raids in villages and towns. Recent mass abductions in northern Nigeria's Niger, Kebbi and Kwara states have exposed deep security gaps. In Papiri, north-central Niger State, the scene is still raw. Parents wait anxiously for news on their children plucked from this boarding school. School officials say the attack swept through the Catholic school in the dead of the night. 50 students have reportedly escaped so far, but more than 200 remain missing, with parents on the edge.
They were being trafficked on foot, the way shepherds control their heads. The gunmen were on bikes while controlling the girls.
Is my only son, is my firstborn. Please help us.
The numbers have raised conflicting headlines. The church and some parents say more than 300 pupils and staff were taken. State Governor Mohammed Babu disputes the figures.
The school said to me in writing, missing, not abducted. Number of missing students. So they are not certain whether these entire students are with the bandits, nor or are they in the bush, or because of the scare, some of them have gone back to their homes, and we are yet to get a report from that.
When those that escaped, when we couldn't find them, we concluded that they are also taken. But after the following day, that was a Friday morning now, until Saturday, we started having calls of those that reunited with their families.
I'm giving them assurance by God's grace we will get those children and we will rescue them and we will bring them back to their family.
In northwestern Kebbi State, there is a more hopeful note. 24 schoolgirls abducted in Maga last week from this school have been freed and are now back home. Some of the girls and the parents tell Just Nigeria it was a harrowing ordeal.
They woke me up with a gun pointed at my head. I got scared and ran into the store. We thought the person with a torchlight behind us was someone coming to help.
They forced us to walk a long distance, calling us cows. All our feet were wounded.
I'm happy. I'm back home meeting my friends, family, and seeing everyone happy. I want to continue with my education.
The presidency says the girls were rescued after a non-kinetic approach. What does this mean?
Non-kinetic comes only after the target has been softened by way of apparent defeat for them. But you give them the chance to believe that they are stronger, they are capable of taking territory and keeping it, they are capable of attacking at will, then non-kinetic becomes problematic.
In north-central Kwara State, worship became a target. Armed men raided this Christ Apostolic Church on November 18th, abducting 38 worshippers. The attack was captured on the church's live stream, horrifying millions of Nigerians. All the abductees have now been freed.
I am happy that my child is back. If the kidnappers had asked for ransom, I would not have been able to pay.
Some families were not that lucky. At least 2 worshippers were killed during the assault, leaving behind traumatized loved ones.
When they got here, they instantly shot our security personnel because he was also armed. The guard ran into the church, telling us to hide. They trailed him inside and made sure he was killed.
It was a terrifying Sunday morning in Ejiba, Kogi State, north-central Nigeria. Gunmen stormed this church mid-service, abducting the pastor and several worshippers. At the time of filing this story, the army says 6 kidnapped victims were rescued in Ejiba and Saminaka forests. It's unclear if they are part of the worshippers abducted on Sunday.
We are providing security around Yagba West local government area, being a hotspot. But it is also not advisable security-wise to be having this kind of services in the bush.
Security experts say the recent attacks in Niger, Kebbi and Kwara states follow the same movement pattern. A network of armed groups moving through shared forest corridors and porous border points that link the 3 states. At the center is Kainji National Park, identified by a member of the House of Representatives as a major hideout for bandits.
Been heavy bombardments in the forest, especially this Kainji National Reserve around the Kebbi, and also some of those areas are infected with bandits, and this led to destruction of assets, destruction of supply, logistics supply to the bandits, and many of them were forced to abandon the comforts of the forest where they've been residing for long to move towards the fringes.
At the national level, the government points to jihadist splinter groups. The presidency says ISWAP and Boko Haram cells are exploiting these borders and ungoverned forests to mount strikes.
Over 4,870 stretch of borderline where you have massive ungoverned spaces. And because these ungoverned spaces exist, where there's no authority, there's no security, that is where the ISWAP, the Boko Haram, these elements move into. So, very clearly, you know that they are the ones involved in this process.
And if you look at the emergence of Boko Haram itself, it was when they became politicized that were used for election. That was when everything went south. And the same thing with these bandits. When politicians began to patronize them, using them for electoral purposes, cutting them, then they became empowered, they became bold, they started coming into the communities which they didn't do before.
The ones that are more prominent, that are killing more people, the first group, the terrorist ones, and then the second, criminal groups, otherwise called bandits.
Experts say kidnapping for ransom has become a full-blown economy with a warped life of its own. Analysts add that this pattern persists because many communities lack consistent security and negotiation pathways remain open. They add that local tips are not turning into timely action. The result is a surge of quick, low-cost attacks that inflict maximum terror.
They needed to be able to get some of the things they lost. So the need for them to launch attack around the fringes so they can get money became very important to them.
I know there is a conspiracy theory saying that it is the United States of America that is actually sponsoring or behind the attacks, but I personally don't think that's true.
Before this new wave of kidnappings, US President Donald Trump had alleged a genocide against Nigerian Christians and warned of potential US military action. This claim raised diplomatic alarms and was forcefully rejected by Nigerian officials.
When Nigeria becomes a country of particular concern to the United States, it escalates, and Nigeria becomes a suspect in the security apparatus of Nigeria. The global security index of Nigeria will continue to go down. So it has a lot of implications.
International reporting and analysts warn that language risks oversimplifying complex local dynamics while raising pressure on Abuja to show results.
On the one hand, you have some Christians who believe, yes, there is Christian genocide. Then you have Muslims who say there is no Christian genocide. So that's giving space for criminal groups to actually take advantage of this polarization.
The West is losing grounds in Nigeria and in the whole of West Africa. I think that's one of the major reasons why Donald Trump is trying to attack Nigeria, saying that Christians are being killed, there is genocide in Nigeria. There is no evidence to support this.
In response, Nigeria dispatched a high-level delegation to the United States. President Bola Tinubu has also announced a Nigeria-US joint working group on counter-terrorism led by National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu. The move is meant to fast-track assistance, training, and cross-border tracking of networks. The question of who to hold to account now hangs over state houses and the presidential villa. Some governors insist on rigorous checks before accepting casualty lists. Some community leaders accuse state governments of shirking responsibility. Families accuse governments of neglect.
The response to these attacks it might be a little bit more robust, where we don't have these people cut away. Hundreds of children, take 200, 300, 20 something. I mean, it's strange, unless they have tunnels where they hide them.
The presidency has moved to demonstrate action. recruiting more officers, reassigning police personnel from VIP duties to frontline defense, and signing bilateral security mechanisms. But these are structural shifts that take time.
The same strategy it was pursuing before now is the strategy it's still implementing. And so if you continue doing the same thing, hoping for change, you're not likely to get any change.
Every state has a state security committee, and if you decentralize them to the local government, the SA security should have a kind of liaison or coordination with the local government, and that will make the local government security committees work.
I also think the president needs to declare a war on terrorism as well as a war on banditry.
Children shepherded into the night, girls forced to march, and worshippers snatched from pews. This wave of kidnappings is not only a security crisis, it's a test of institutional will. Experts insist that if Nigeria wants to stop the next raid, the country must without delay transit outrage into systems that protect all its citizens, especially the most vulnerable. Wali Fakile, Just Nigeria.
So guys, let me take you through some reactions coming from Nigerians because of what the terrorists did by congratulating Musa Cristobal for his new appointments. So somebody said, I did not understand his language, but from his expression, it seems he is overjoyed. Hope we are not in hot soup. Then another one said, they are even current, meaning that these bad guys, they know what is going on in Nigeria. They know what is going on. Another one said, can you imagine this Mu country? The other one said, cruise country. Honestly, this country in a cruise country. So this other person said, see joke where we they call country. Divide them, give me my share, make I go Ghana. The other one said, must we keep trying everything here in this country? This is the major reason the Western keep taking our country like joke, because we trend every non-irrelevant things on our media, tarnishing the image of our country. Imagine a big media blog like Easter Blog Niger trending something like this, knowing how people in and out Nigeria depends on your page for serious national engagement. This is what this person is saying. Another person said, Tinubu has to forget about 2027 election and crush this terrorist. It's shameful that a group of raglag illiterates are challenging the government. It is so bad that these people are not even scared. They are fully coming out to challenge the government, guys. Another one said, well, these terrorists get backing because how else will you describe this, their boldness in criminality? The other one said, cruise country with a little touch of madness. This one no be little touch, now full better madness. Anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts is on this headline. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share this video for more updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.